Hey guys, Mr. Middleton here. Today we're looking at multiplying special cases notes. At the end of this video, you should be able to multiply binomials with special cases, and you should be able to identify common occurrences with each special case. Okay, so it says use what you know about exponents to multiply. Okay, common mistake, and I'll do this first, is that a lot of people will say, oh, x squared, 3 squared, this must be x squared plus 9. Okay, this is wrong. Okay, what we know about squaring is that something squared means something times itself. So x plus 3 squared means x plus 3 times x plus 3. Okay, this is multiplying binomials. We've done this yesterday. There's two ways that we can do it, either foiling or by using our box method. If we choose to FOIL, we have x times x, which is x squared, x times 3, which is 3x, 3 times x, which is 3x, and 3 times 3, which is 9. And so adding our like terms together, we get our final answer to be x squared plus 6x plus 9. Okay? Next three, same kind of thing. We're squaring. Okay, so we can think of this as x minus 5 times x minus 5. We use the box method. It looks like this, x squared minus 5x, negative 5x, plus 25. And so we'd have, so now we have all of our boxes populated. So we're adding our like terms together. We have x squared, so give us minus 10x. I can just write that here, minus 10x plus 25. Okay, looking here, 3x plus 4 times 3x plus 4 gives us 9x squared plus 12x plus 12x plus 16. So 9x squared plus 24x plus 16. And finally, 6x minus 1 times 6x minus 1. So we have 36x squared minus 6x minus 6x plus 1. So 36x squared minus 12x plus 1. Okay, in each of these problems, the binomial is being squared. Okay, multiply by itself. When you have this situation, certain things occur. The first and the last term of both answers is both positive and a perfect square. The middle term has the same sign as the original problem, and by that I mean, in our original problem here we had x minus 5. The sign for our middle term was negative. Here we had x plus 3. The sign before our middle term was positive. Okay, plus, plus, minus, minus. Okay, and then the outside and inside terms are the same, and by that we mean when we FOIL, right? So we saw that 2 times. We did our outsides 3x, insides 3x, outsides 12x, insides 12x. Okay, because of this, there's a nice shortcut. Multiplying the 2 terms of the binomial together in 3n plus 5 squared, you could multiply 3n times 5 and get 15n, and then multiply that answer by 2, since the outer terms and the inner terms are the same. You have 2 of them. So 15 times 2 is 30n. Now 30n is the middle term of your answer. Okay, so looking here, if we want to use that shortcut here, we could say, okay, first term, 2x squared would give us 4x squared. Negative 7 squared would give us 49. And the middle term is 2 times 7, negative 7, negative 14 times 2. So negative 14x. Okay, that's our shortcut. Okay, and if you don't like the shortcut, do FOIL method, do box method. Okay, shortcuts don't need to be taken. All right, let's try these 3. little bit different. Notice that we don't have them squared. They're not the same. They look very close, but one's x plus 4, one's x minus 4. Okay, so we can just do these. X plus 4, x minus 4. That gives us x squared, 4x, negative 4x, negative 16. When we add our like terms together, we have negative 4x and positive 4x. They cancel out. Gives us 0x. So in our final answer, we just have x squared minus 16. Okay, here we have 3x times 3x, which is 9x squared. 3x times 8, which is 24x. Negative 8 times 3x is negative 24x. And negative 8 times positive 8 gives us negative 64. So combining our like terms, cancels out. We get 9x squared minus 64. Okay, finally, 4x plus 1 times 4x minus 1. 4x1, 4x minus 1. So we get 16x squared plus 4x minus 4x minus 1. Like terms cancel out. We end up with 16x squared minus 1. Okay. In each of these problems, the two binomials are the same except for the sign. Okay. When you have this situation, certain things happen. The middle term cancels out. Disappears. This is because the outer terms and the inner terms are the same except for the sign. Okay, the last term is negative while the first term is positive. Okay, so if we wanted to do that here, 5 and 5, 25x squared. Middle term is going to be gone, and then negative 2, minus 4. Okay, the tough part about this shortcut is just making sure that you can use it. Okay, make sure that everything's the same except for the sign in between. Again, if you don't like that, if you're like, oh, I'm going to miss that problem, that's fine. Do the box method, do FOIL. It works both ways. Okay, so look at here. Number 1, here we can say, hey, maybe we have this shortcut, like x plus 8 squared. Okay, so that shortcut was a squared, the n is b squared, and in the middle we have x times 8 times 2, so 16x. Okay, here we have x plus 1 times x minus 1. Hey, maybe we recognize the shortcut. Hey, everything's the same except for the sign in the middle. So I have x squared. My middle term is going to cancel out, and then I have minus 1. Number 3, 2x minus 5, 5x plus 2. Looks like a shortcut, like we can use that, but we can't. Okay, they're not exactly the same except for the sign. So the only way to do this is just to multiply it through. Okay, whether that's FOIL method or whether that's shortcut or box method. Sorry, I said shortcut. Those are 2 ways. So we have 2x squared minus 25x, 4x minus 10. Okay, combine our like terms here. So we get 4x and negative 25x gives me negative 21x. Adding writing everything out, 10x squared minus 21x minus 10. And then finally we have 4x minus 3 squared. Okay, I'm like, I'd rather just multiply this out to be sure. 4x times 4x is 16x squared. 4x times negative 3, negative 12x. Negative 3 times 4x, negative 12x. Negative 3 times negative 3, positive 9. Combine my like terms. I have 16x squared minus 24x plus 9. Okay, and that's multiplying special cases. Remember, if you don't like the shortcuts or you don't feel comfortable with the shortcuts or you messed up with the shortcuts, you forget them, don't use them. Use the box method. Use FOIL. These methods are always going to work if you do them correctly. All right? See ya.